Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. Just wanted to smash out a quick video before I got busy with family things. So anyway, it's about 9:30, 16.9 degrees centigrade, 70% humidity, and one could feel that humidity. My Energizer in the back here is charging, and it's the day after the 4th of July, 7/5, Sunday, 62.7 degrees. So welcome back to the Horde. I've mentioned to you guys that I'm interested in solar power, and I was looking at a sale on eBay. The guy wants $1,400 delivered for it, and it looks like he builds these himself. It's a 400 watt poly silicon solar collectors, 400 watts worth, but they're on a stand that moves in 2 axes, so it tilts to the sun and it rotates to the sun, but it's 400 watts. So I looked at that and I'm thinking $1,300, $1,400. For $1,400, instead of buying 400 watts of poly, I can buy the better ones, the mono crystal guys, and I think I could get closer to 1,000 watts. So my thoughts are, why go through all the trouble of going tilty to get the most out of those poly ones when you know, tilt right, tilt left, tilt up, tilt down, right? Why go through all that trouble of tracking the sun when I'd be able to do something like put them on the back of the house, you know, on the back wall of the house there, and over here. And then once again, as you go around the corner on the garden side of the house, such that the sun would be hitting them downward like that. So anyway, just a thought as I was looking at that. I don't know, what do you guys think? Does one take 400 watts and tilt and rattle and roll and shake them, or does one say, let me go with like 1,000 watts and leave them in a fixed position, put them all in parallel on the circuit, right? And just kind of as the sun comes around, it hits each one a little bit more, right? So as the morning ones kind of wink out, the afternoon ones kind of come on, right? And it's just a thought, because no matter what, with mechanical devices, they kind of like don't last forever. And if you're putting together a solar installation, you want something that's going to go for you know, 20 years, right? You want to get your money back. Anyway, this one hasn't gotten out of the truck yet, and if you could see the way that it's in the truck, you realize that I pretty near dropped my manhood on the ground getting it out of there. This is the stuff that was in it and around it, just so that you could see the partially unloading. The cab area, the back seat is still full. Anyway, the back bike is a 1984 Honda ATC 200S. One of my favorite bikes. Why do I like it? It's got a downshift pattern. It's light. One could throw some body English on it and make it dance. We'll go front to back on it. You look at the front, she really looks pretty. She looks pretty true. it might have had a roll at one point, but it really looks pretty good. Front forks, to have this good what do you want to call on there? To have the plastic, let's just go with plastic in that good a condition, is really rare for an 84. This bike is now 31 years old. Wow. So there we are. Anyway, front forks appear straight. Suspension is good. You can see what the front tire looks like. And the back, it's got its pegs on. The front brake works. Throttle works. Hand grips. This thing has Maier Plastic on it. Maier Plastic is good because it takes the abuse better than the OEM plastic. Maier Plastic, the bad thing about it is it has a tendency to, if you leave it out in the sun, it really fades. It doesn't take the sunlight as good as the OEM plastic. It doesn't come with a trunk like the OEM plastic. It does have a plastic gas tank that's actually attached. The seat's been replaced. The air box is there. Excuse my fingers. You can see the seat's in nice shape. The air box is there, but it's not hooked up. The oil is really clean. Just a quick look so you guys can see. So this is an 84. I think the other one's an 84 also. Built to 84. Made in Japan. So just a quick look at the engine. Shifter, not welded. Sprocket looks like it's a good shape. It's not wearing the chain guard. I just put the recoil on it. I had to tilt it to get it here, and you could see left a nice oil. So my whole theory about standing these up on their back sissy bars, right? Not the greatest theory. Anyway, let me give it a quick fire up for you guys. So I just put the recoil on it, and you guys could probably see it runs really good, but I have to have a talk with the carburetor. Looks like it's got an OEM carburetor on it. Yeah, I don't know if the slide is stuck or what its story is. I don't want to drive it like that because as soon as I smash it into gear, you know, the front wheel's going to come up. It's going to take off like a bat out of hell. And quite honestly, I'm going to have to multiplex the on-off switch to control the speed, and that's just not really the best way to ride one of these. That's kind of when you're asking for trouble. So this is the first out of the crew. One could hear it run. Basically, for what I paid for this load, and I bought this one and its brother, the one still in the truck. For what I paid for the two of these, it more or less, you know, buys the load for me. And I mean, you could hear obviously this one runs fine, so it needs, you know, a little tweaking, but it's really in nice shape. Look, the headlights on it. This doesn't, I don't know if this is OEM or not. I mean, it's in nice shape, so if I didn't like, if the fade was really bothering me. If you heat this up with a dryer, a heat gun, it'll normally go back to color, or one could buff it up, or one could just spray paint it red too. So one could get it back to where it needs to be. Anyway, looks like a nice bike. Front brake works, back brakes need love. This one has a complete exhaust, if I recall. Yep, exhaust is all nice and complete. I haven't ridden it to determine, if it's got bendy of the back axle. When I unloaded it, I didn't notice any extensive play. It rolls real easy, so the brake isn't dragging. To me, this bike is if around me, this would probably, assuming that I fixed the throttle, throw an air filter on it, this would probably be about, well, there's guys trying to sell these for $550, $600, and they're not getting it. So it'd probably be a $400 bike anyway. Once again, I'm watching guys with a couple of pretty ones trying to get $550, and they've been on Craigslist forever. And the last time they've been on a long time, and I've seen 500 OBO or best offer. So they're real pretty ones. They're really not getting $500 for. So though this one has really nice tires on and all, I don't know, 450 plus or minus $50. 500 plus or minus $50. I don't know. Whatever one wants to think. Alright folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Let me know what you think of my solar musings. Personally, I'd rather have 1,000 watts that I didn't have to tilt than 400 watts that I had to track the sun with. That's just my thoughts. I don't know. What do you guys think? Be sure to comment on that. Folks, remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up. Get out there and enjoy all your days. Remember to have fun. And once again, thanks for watching and commenting and subscribing. Bye now.